The Vanishing of Vault 12. Part 1, The Perfect Night. Voiceover narration style. On the night of October 17, 2021, a high-security vault inside a downtown Denver bank, Vault 12, was emptied. Not cracked, not exploded, not bypassed. Just gone. There were no alarms, no forced entries, and no suspects on camera. By morning, $28.4 million in assets had vanished without a trace. Authorities called it the cleanest heist in modern U.S. history. What they didn't know was that it had been planned for over 4 years. 10:52 p.m., Denver, Colorado. Midtown District. It was a cold night. Light snow coated the sidewalks outside the Consolidated Trust Bank, a 20-story glass-and-steel building sitting just 3 blocks from the police headquarters. Cameras buzzed silently over the building's entrances. Security lights blinked. The place looked impenetrable. Inside the lobby, Eric Maddox, 43, a night shift supervisor and former Marine, stared at the monitors. His shift started like any other: coffee, security logs, watching the guards make their rounds. Except tonight, something was different. Eric was the kind of guy who didn't miss a thing. But that night, for some reason, he missed the most important one. Detective Rosa Delaney, DPD. At exactly 11:07 p.m., camera 12, the one aimed directly at Vault 12, flickered. 3 seconds of static. Then it came back on. The vault door was still shut. No one noticed. 11:11 p.m. A sublevel 3, maintenance corridor. In a part of the building rarely visited, a maintenance door opened from the inside. A figure in janitor's clothing stepped out. Not on any payroll. She moved quickly, not like a cleaner, but like someone trained to avoid sightlines. In her sleeve was a reprogrammed RFID card that granted access to secure levels. Her name was Joelle Reyes, age 29. No criminal record. No known associates. She'd worked at the bank under a false name for over 19 months. What no one knew was that she was a ghost recruited years earlier by someone else. 11:18 p.m. Remote uplink, outside Aurora. 20 minutes away, in a basement cluttered with screens, wires, and coffee cups, Caleb Voss, a 36-year-old ex-CIA cybersecurity analyst dishonorably discharged in 2017, watched the system. He wasn't just monitoring. He was inside the bank's internal security grid live. He had written code for months to exploit a buried flaw in the alarm sync logic. And tonight was launch. If anyone in that building tripped a silent alarm, we'd have heard it before the police did. Caleb, in a leaked chat log obtained during the investigation. Caleb typed a command. Override, Vault Delay Protocol. Status, accepted. The system now believed the vault had already been inspected by a senior manager. 11:24 p.m. inside Vault Access Tunnel. Joelle swiped her forged card. The vault opened. No sound. No lasers. No guards. No suspicion. Inside. $14 million in cash bricks, $7 million in private gold holdings, dozens of safety deposit boxes, and, allegedly, encrypted federal documents connected to Project Dancer, a now classified government file that still remains redacted today. She had 9 minutes. At 11:33 p.m., she closed the vault. Not emptied, but cleaned. The boxes she took were specific. This wasn't about the money. At least not entirely. They knew what to take. That's what scared us most. Agent Ben Marler, FBI. 11:47 p.m., back in the lobby. Eric Maddox glanced at the monitors again. Nothing wrong. But when he looked at camera 12, he paused. For the briefest second, he saw a reflection. A silhouette. Someone who shouldn't be there. He stood up to check. That's when he received the text message. Don't. No name. No number. Just that word. Eric sat down. He never told anyone. 6:21 a.m. Discovery. Morning security shift arrived. The changeover was normal. until Vault 12 was opened for standard inspection. Empty racks. Missing lockboxes. Everything wiped clean. There were no fingerprints. No DNA. No broken sensors. No footage. And the inside job theory? It was only the beginning. That wasn't a robbery. That was a message. FBI memo, October 2021 Part 2, The Disappearing Guard. Underscore the heist was perfect. No trace. No suspects. No evidence. Until someone disappeared. Underscore. October 18, 2021, 6:40 a.m. Consolidated Trust Bank, Denver, Security Office. Eric Maddox hadn't slept. He sat in the same chair, staring at the screen. The vault was empty. By 7:15 a.m., Denver police were on the scene. FBI agents arrived by noon. Crime scene techs found nothing. No forced entry, no tool marks, no digital breaches they could trace. Whoever had done this was either a ghost or had help from inside. Eric told the investigators what he saw: the brief flicker, the shadow, the strange text. They took his phone. What they found made it worse. The message he'd received had been deleted remotely. No metadata. Not even a trace of an originating number. October 19, 8:05 p.m. Eric Maddox's home, Aurora suburb. Eric didn't come in to work the next day. He'd called out sick. By the next morning, his phone was off. His car sat in the driveway. His house was locked. No one answered the door. By 4 p.m., the FBI had a warrant. They entered the house. Eric was gone. Inside, they found his keys, wallet, and badge. Nothing else. No signs of a struggle. No suicide note. No bags packed. Just an open laptop, frozen on a paused security video, timestamped 11:07 p.m. The moment the camera blinked. He vanished like he knew someone was coming for him. Detective Delaney. October 20th, Internal Affairs Briefing, FBI. The heist was no longer a robbery case. It was now a federal investigation into organized crime, digital intrusion, and possibly espionage. Agent Benjamin Marler was assigned to lead. Ex-military, cyberops background, and a gut instinct honed by years of chasing ghosts through server farms and burned safehouses. His first conclusion? This wasn't just about money. His second? Someone inside the bank's architecture team was involved. Meanwhile, somewhere in Colorado, in an off-the-grid cabin 80 miles west of Denver, Caleb Voss watched the news. Eric Maddox, missing. Presumed fled. He knew better. Joelle Reyes sat across from him, quietly removing her contact lenses and wig. You think they got to him? He was never part of the plan, Caleb said. No. But he noticed. Then he's gone. Silence. Then Joelle asked. What about her? What if she talks? Caleb didn't answer. October 21st, 1:10 a.m. Brighton County, abandoned rail station. Two teens exploring the old freight tunnels stumbled on something strange, a duffel bag buried under a broken crate. Inside, $210,000 in banded cash. A badge marked CTB internal audit. A burner phone with one number in the call log, blocked. And a thumb drive labeled dancer.enc. The FBI sealed the scene within hours. The cash was traceable, pulled from Vault 12. And that thumb drive? Encrypted with military-grade AES 512. No one could crack it. Not yet. October 22nd, public reaction. News of the vault theft had broken national coverage. The missing guard only made things worse. Social media buzzed with theories. Inside job. FBI cover-up. Vault 12 held secret evidence. Aliens. But in the chaos, few noticed a small, buried news item. Former CTB security consultant Victor Lang found dead in remote warehouse. Apparent suicide. Gunshot to the chest. No note. Authorities investigating. He was fired 6 months ago. He had designed Vault 12's original lock system. And now, he was dead. October 24, Agent Marler's notebook. Marler drew 3 names on a whiteboard. Joel Reyes, bank employee, vanished. Caleb Voss, cyber ghost, suspected in multiple foreign ops. Victor Lang, dead. 3 points of a triangle. But one was missing. A fourth. You don't plan something this perfect with 3 people, Marler said. There's always a fourth. The one no one sees. The one who pulls the strings. _ To be continued. Next, Part 3, The Woman in the Blue Car. A witness appears. And everything begins to unravel. The vanishing of Vault 12. Part 3, The Woman in the Blue Car. Every perfect crime has one crack. A moment. A witness. Something no one accounted for. In this case, it was a 58-year-old dog walker named Helen Avery. And a blue 2007 Chevrolet Impala. October 26, 2021, 6:12 a.m. Midtown Denver, near Consolidated Trust Bank. Helen Avery had walked her dog, a golden retriever named Baxter, at 6 o'clock every morning for over a decade. Same route. Same time. Same streets. On October 17, she did the same. But that morning, as she passed the alley behind the bank, she saw something strange. A blue car, parked facing the wrong way, engine idling. Inside was a woman, late 30s, blonde, sunglasses at night. Not on the phone, not moving. Just sitting there, watching the back of the bank. Helen kept walking. She thought nothing of it until the story broke 2 days later. And the image stuck in her mind. October 27, interview at FBI field office. Agent Marler described the car. Helen, Chevy Impala. Older model. 2007 maybe. Blue. Scratches on the bumper. Marler, license plate? Helen, I only remember 3 numbers. 2, 6, and a 9. The rest was dirty. She paused. Helen, she wasn't smoking. But she flicked something out the window. Like a coin. That caught Marler's attention. Same day, forensic sweep, alley behind CTB. Beneath a storm drain cover near where Helen pointed, investigators recovered a custom-minted casino token not in circulation since 2016 from a defunct club in Las Vegas called Silver 9. The woman hadn't just been watching. She had left a marker. In some organized circles, these tokens mean more than money. They're signals. They say, it's done. Criminal analyst Jeff Hadley. October 28, database crosscheck. Only 6 blue 2007 Impalas registered in Denver had partial plates containing 2, 6, and 9. Only one was registered to a woman with blonde hair in her 30s. Her name? Danika Moreau. Age, 37. Freelance logistics consultant. No criminal record. Born in Marseille, France. Naturalized U.S. citizen in 2013. Address, Lodo District, Denver. October 29, FBI attempts contact. They arrive at Danika's apartment at 9:04 a.m. The door is unlocked. No one answers. Inside, the apartment looks untouched. Neat. Not recently vacated, but not recently lived in either. No suitcases. No signs of panic. No computer, no phone. Just one thing on the kitchen table. A photo of Victor Lang. Folded in half. With 3 letters inked on the back. DRT. October 30th, autopsy report, Victor Lang. The man originally labeled a suicide may not have killed himself. The entry wound in his chest didn't match the powder burn pattern. No gunshot residue on his hands. No fingerprints on the weapon. And the gun? Not registered to him. Victor Lang was murdered. Agent Marler's bored, now. There are 4 profiles on the wall. Joel Reyes, vault infiltrator. Disappeared. Caleb Voss, hacker. Believed to be in hiding. Danika Moreau, the woman in the car. Possibly the coordinator. Eric Maddox, guard. Still missing. And one dead man in the middle, Victor Lang. Around the photo of Lang are 4 black strings connecting to each of the names. And next to it, Agent Marler wrote in red ink. DRT equals dead right there? Either Danika killed Victor, or she watched it happen. Marler, audio log. Same night, somewhere in Wyoming. Danika Moreau walked across a gas station parking lot. She had dyed her hair brown. Changed her license plates. No cameras tracked her. She knew the blind spots. Inside a bathroom stall, she opened a burner phone. One message, received 4 minutes ago. Phase 2 confirmed. Vault 14 scheduled. January 11th. She smiled. And vanished again. The vanishing of Vault 12. Part 4, Phase 2. Heists rarely repeat. But when they do, it's either a trap or unfinished business. December 2, 2021, FBI Cyber Operations Unit, Quantico. The thumb drive labeled dancer.enc finally broke. Encrypted data inside revealed archived comms between a classified defense contractor and a private client. Contents included: internal floor plans of Vault 14, a Federal Reserve satellite in Dallas, Texas. A schedule of confidential asset shipments. A list of FBI field operatives under deep cover. Vault 12 wasn't about money. It was about access. The documents stolen were part of Project Dancer, a Cold War-era intelligence node recently reactivated to monitor rogue AI traffic in military-grade crypto. December 12, Agent Marler's warning. They're not thieves. They're contractors. Black market professionals hired to extract information so classified. It's buried beneath nuclear clearance. But someone made a mistake. The FBI traced a purchase order for specialized thermal cutters, ones that could breach Vault 14's biometric safe, to a shipping hub in Flagstaff, Arizona. Under the name D. Moreau. January 8, 2022, Operation Halo setup begins. FBI stages a fake transfer of digital bearer bonds through Vault 14, $400 million in virtual currency, designed as bait. They leak the info, quietly, using one of Caleb Voss's old channels. Then, they wait. January 11, Dallas, Texas, 2:42 a.m. 3 figures enter the perimeter of Vault 14. One posing as a cleaning crew lead. One disabling cameras. One inside, already waiting. But this time, the vault doesn't open. Instead, all exits seal. Lights go red. Gas floods the chamber. 2 agents drop the infiltrators with non-lethal rounds before they can react. Arrested. Joel Reyes, caught inside, using stolen credentials. A man posing as Caleb Voss, real name, Lucas Brandt, cyber mercenary. Unknown female, not Danika Moreau, later ID'd as Mila Grekov, ex-GRU asset. But Danika is not among them. January 12, interrogation room, Joel Reyes. You don't get it. Caleb's dead. Victor's dead. I was trying to stop Phase 2. Danika, she's not doing this for money. She's doing this for revenge. Revenge on who? Silence. Then Joel says. She used to work for the government. They burned her. Buried her under a fake name. Vault 12 held the only file tying her to Project Dancer. They erased her, but they missed a backup. That's what she came for. January 14, final signal detected. In Iceland, an anonymous data drop hits a dark web auction. Contents, names, locations, and operations of CIA proxies embedded in 14 countries. Metadata traces the origin to a satellite uplink in the Rockies, triggered at 2:01 a.m. on January 11. The exact moment the FBI caught Joelle. Danika never wanted to rob Vault 14. She used the heist as a diversion to buy time and complete her real upload. The entire time, she had already won. Part 5, Final, The Ghost Operator. January 28, Buenos Aires, Argentina. In a boutique cafe off Calle, Florida, a woman orders tea in French accented Spanish. She places a coin on the table, a silver 9 casino token. Another woman sits across from her. She takes the coin and smiles. It's done? Every file. Every name. Every burn cleared. And now? I disappear for real. She stands, walks into the street, and is gone. February 3, FBI closing memo. Subject, Operation Vaultfire. Summary, the theft of Vault 12 was not a financial crime. It was a cover operation to extract legacy intelligence that exposed buried assets and reactivated international rogue networks. Status: Joelle Reyes, in federal custody, cooperating. Lucas Brandt, detained, extradition pending. Mila Grekov, deported. Caleb Voss, confirmed dead, 2019. Eric Maddox, status, unknown. Danika Moreau, location, unknown. Current threat level, low. Recommended action, case closed. Unofficially. Final voiceover, true crime style. The Vault 12 heist wasn't about getting rich. It was about erasing a past. One woman, betrayed by the machine she once served, burned her entire file and made sure no one would ever find her again. Some say she's living on a boat in the Aegean. Some say she died years ago and used someone else's face. But the only thing the FBI knows for sure is that the perfect crime never really ends. It just fades into silence. Green circle, the end.